There we are. Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, I'm just doing like a quick overview of Conan Exiles. I've been playing this for, I don't know, I think we've been playing it for about a month, I want to say. And we've been enjoying it a lot. I think we're kind of hitting the point where we're pretty much done. And I thought, I'm an idiot. I should have started doing these sooner, but of course, I didn't start doing videos sooner on this. I don't know. I tend to get lost in a game and then go, hey, you should have been doing videos. And honestly, with me, most of the time, it's just boring stuff. I'm out building. And it can definitely be quite boring to watch. So, anyway, I thought I wanted to give you a little overview here of the game. So, anyway, this is my current home I'm living at. You can see there are some really neat building materials in this game. Most of them are DLC related. There are some other ones. There are some mods for the game. We recently put a few mods on. We've been going all vanilla. But a buddy of mine wanted to build with something a little bit prettier, have some nice glass to his house. So we went ahead and caved and added some mods like for stacks and other things like that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to make myself admin because walking in this game is a pain in the butt. Wait, why is this not pulling up? Uh-oh, my tilde menu is not working. Let's try something else here. So, go down here. And see, we are so clever. I'll set the button for the... No. What? Oh, my alt button is stuck on. No. That explains why my tilde's not working. Let's see if I can cancel this. Resume. Wonder which... Okay. I hit something here. A macro of some sort. Is it this one? Alright. Let's try this now. See if tilde works. Ah! Okay. Make me admin. There we go. Admin. Yeah, because you can see there's some really cool stuff in here. Like, if you don't mind cheating a little bit, you can actually set up, oh, that's not what I wanted. You can actually set up keys to teleport locations. So, let me just reset that to F5. There we go. So you can see here I've got some of the most travel places that I go to in here because, honest God, there's no mounts in this game and walking is long and painful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over to the starter area and we'll start discussing this game. So just have to remember, I think it's F2. Haha. There we go. So, you start off the game in the desert, thirsty and hungry, and you have no idea where to go or what to do. So, when you first reach the coast, you come in about here, down one of these little paths, and you have to kind of figure out what you're supposed to do to survive. So, you're gonna, much like Ark, start picking berries, picking up twigs, making yourself some stone tools, and start making yourself some sandstone structures. So over here we have our first building that we worked on together, and it's just a small, well, I call it small. It started off even smaller, but a small sandstone box. Why is nothing working for me today? I have no idea. What button did I hit? What macro is active that is screwing me over here? Look, I can't even use my... Can't use the doors here. Can't hold down E? Okay, I've done something. Admin panel. No, that's the wrong button. Settings. What did I do? Somehow did I switch E off the interact button here? I have no idea. Use. Yes, I did. Okay. That explains everything. How do I even do stuff like that? I don't know. But yeah, so we started off with a small box and expanded it, you know, some basic boxes, some basic crafting things to get ourselves going. You know, you got carpentry, you're going to make your bows in here, you're going to make your arrows, you're going to make a few other little things that you're going to need for building, some of these insulated wood and all that. And you have your blacksmith for making your weapons and your tools. Then you have your forge here. So now this has got a system very similar to Ark in that you get attributes, which I think are a little bit more simplistic in this game than they are in Ark. And you get feats, which are very similar to engrams in Ark, if you're familiar with Ark at all. So you can unlock different building things, and just like in Ark, you aren't going to have enough to get everything unlocked. So if you're playing with a group of people, it's best to sort of delegate, you know, who does what, so you don't run out of points. Now, unlike Ark, this does have a way to get sort of extra points, feat points. So if you're playing by yourself, you're not totally screwed. And, you know, Ark does have the blueprints for you, which, excuse me one second, which does sort of help with all the engrams because there are a lot of them in Ark. There's not quite so many because you aren't going to have saddles or anything like that, but as you can see, pets are a thing in this game. So this is my Kappa house. When we moved from here, from the desert, I started grabbing all these little Kappa babies down here every time I was down here and throwing them into one of our animal pens and trying to get greater Kappas for us. They're also called shalebacks, but in the game they like if you get killed by one it says Kappa. So in here we have an animal pen, and this is your nice starter pen. And you can see it's kind of neat, all the shalebacks that are inside the pen, they're sleeping. You can actually see them, so it's pretty nifty. What I'm going to go ahead and do is pull this batch out. But you can see here how I have a bunch of different colored shalebacks in here. These guys are all going to have different stats. I'm going to go over and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the different shalebacks. I'm not entirely sure with these if they have different health or if these are just cosmetic. Yeah, okay, so that one's 4906, 2746. And the greater shaleback, which I don't have any down here, is 8260, which is the default for all the greater animals. So, now, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to scoop up these little babies with E. Scoop, scoop, scoop. They weigh a lot. We do have a mod on that helps reduce weight. Normally I could only hold 2 of these things. Yeah. Pick him up. Pick him up! There we go. And hello, buddy. So you can see the skull on this thing? It's a level 1 boss. It's kind of a pussy. I'm not even worried about dodging. Just gonna get rid of him. So, we can come and put these guys up here in this cage, and we can start raising them so that they become our pets. Now you see down here in the crafting queue, we don't see anything. It acts sort of like crafting in this game to tame animals. You can see right here, it gives us sort of a generic instructions. It says a shaleback plus, this is plant fiber, plus time equals, you know, a big shaleback pet. So while we can't feed it plant fibers, that's just going to give us a regular old pet shaleback. Let's see if we have any regular old pet shalebacks over here. I'm pretty sure we do. So let's come on in and let's take a look at one of the regular old shalebacks. So this is a regular old shaleback, and he's got 1450 health. Not much. So if you start feeding your babies plant fibers, you're going to get that out of it. And you can see here, the other varieties are, you know, they're going to be a little bit tougher, have more health, and I think hit harder, but don't quote me on that. So there's ways to look up and see what their preferred food is. Actually, and sorry, I know I'm running in circles here, but I completely forgot that when you open up these guys' inventories, it'll tell you the types of food they like. So these have a higher chance, some of these have a higher chance of giving you a better shaleback. Now, Shade Spice usually is the best. I know I can get the graders off of this shellfish, which is sort of what I was doing because I use some of the cruddy shellfish for other things. So when it comes to fishing, let's see. Fish, what do I get? You can see here there's some traps that you can learn. It's under feats. Let's see, I think survival. And primitive cooking. Here we go. So you can see at level 17 you can learn how to make these fish traps. So, you know, you're not going to get your greater shellbacks right away. You're going to basically have to wait a bit for that. You're just going to, you know, get the normal guys and have them accompany you. But when you get a little bit higher level, you can see over here I have a bunch of exotic shellfish, so I can pull it out. And I can come back and put it in my pen. There we go. So I'm going to shift click it in there. And over time, you can see now they're crafting, I'll have a chance to get a better shellback than a plain old normal shellback. So let's see, do I have any babies in this box? Haha, dead babies. Oh wow, dead rhinos. So that's the thing, is that the babies, once you pick them up, they expire unless you stick them in a preserving bin, which is much later game. Oh wow. I have a bunch of rhinoceros in here. So you can see these two pens are very different. This is, I believe, a top tier pen, reinforced. No, armor is the top tier. So if I have them side by side and I have them both raising shellbacks and I put them in at approximately the same amount of time, this one's going to finish faster than this one. And the top tier is going to finish even faster than that. So as you progress and unlock your feats, you can, let's see, I think that's under, is it under survival? I think so. You can unlock more of these pens here. Actually, that's for thralls. I'm not sure where the animal pens are. Somewhere in here. It's not my thing. I don't do it, so I have no idea where to find it. But yeah, so you can unlock the better pens and, you know, have things go faster when you're taming your animals. There it is. Alright. So you can see here. Your starter pen is going to be at 13. Unless you change your settings, you're going to need a feeder box to feed your pets. Now, you probably also noticed this here, the Wheel of Pain. And this is for thralls. So let's see. I'm sure you can see that we have a few thralls here and there. So, basically, when we started, I knew there were thralls in the game. I just didn't really know what they were for. Like, can I send them out and go collect my resources for me? No, I can't. There's different types of thralls out there, and they can do lots of different things for you. So this is an archer. He's supposed to be defending this base. And in here, actually over here, you can see we have a few more people hanging out on these benches. So what these guys are doing is making things go faster, and depending on their level, they can make things cost less. And at the third level, I think it's really fast and reduced price. And then there's a tier 4, which is a name dude, that will unlock new options for you. So we got just a few in here, just simple ones. So we're doing our best to get some stuff in here. When we first lived here, even if they were kind of cruddy, they helped make things go fast, because it can be really slow to smelt. Let's see here. Is there anything in here to smelt? No, there's not. But everything goes real slow until you start getting the better thralls. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get yourself a thrall. Ah! Almost jumped on my spikes. So this was a great spot when we first started out, because we had this little camp here that had random professional spawn, and I think I killed off everybody that was here earlier. Maybe the shaleback did. So this isn't necessarily the best spot. We're going to go ahead and yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and head to one of the beginner camps. So now keep in mind I'm wearing... Oh, geez. Hang on one second. I'll be right back.